In Vegas right now, it's the center of the NBA universe. And look at who we have here. Mark Lore and Alex Rodriguez, now officially the owners of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I want to start from the beginning, guys. I know you guys are best friends. You guys do a lot together. When did you guys decide that you wanted to own an NBA team?
Well, yeah. I tell you what, Mark and I took a run at the New York Mets, and it was an incredible process. It took about 8 months. We were the second winners. And when that kind of fell through, we were very disappointed. And shortly after came this opportunity. And in a 5-10 minute call, we said, let's go for it.
Yeah, that was basically it. It was a blessing in disguise looking back now. We couldn't be happier.
Alex, you personally, you and Michael Jordan, the two former athletes turned owners, governors, like not minority, but co-owners here with Mark Lore. What does that make you feel being in that position to say you and Michael Jordan, like that's a prestigious role for you guys after being athletes?
I mean, first of all, it's just an incredible honor. I mean, to be part of this incredible, both leagues, W and the NBA. Michael is someone who I looked up to for a very long time as Magic. Magic's been also a good friend and a great mentor. And I just think about that 12-year-old boy who saw his mom working 2 jobs and collecting food stamps. And to go from there to here with a great partner like Mark, I just could not be more honored.
I want to know a little bit more about the dynamic between you two. This is the first time I've ever hung out with you guys, and I've seen you guys kind of bickering back and forth. What is the business relationship between you guys, and how does that work out?
Yeah, we're like co-chairman, co-founders of a startup. I think that's the way we operate. We're great friends, as you said. And you know, we share a common set of values, but we come at it with complementary set of skills. And I think we always seem to get to a better answer when we're thinking about it, you know, something together. So yeah, I think it's been great, and it's only getting better with time. So
I think about it, Christine, from a basketball perspective, right? And Alex Rodriguez, Mark Lore, now you guys are going to be a luxury tax-paying team for the 2nd straight year. Before that, this franchise hadn't done that in over 20 years. So you guys are projected to be high spenders moving forward. How do you guys view that now? Like, do you guys want to continue to spend at a high level? How do you view spending in today's NBA?
yeah, I mean, you know, just like a startup, you're investing into the future enterprise value of the team, and that's on behalf of the fans, that's on behalf of the community, and the players, right, as well as us. But you know, the franchise values are increasing at a rapid rate, and we're taking that money and reinvesting it back in to create a winning culture, a sustainable culture of winning. So, yeah.
I've got paid a few times as an MLB player, so now you're on the other side with Mark here, having to take care of players, coming up on deals. How do you view that as an owner? I
mean, I just think that the NBA and the WNBA are two of the greatest leagues in the world. They're both global leagues. By far, two biggest assets are the fan base, the communities, and our players. I mean, if you think about the amount of talent that you have around the globe, 30% of our league comes from outside of the U.S. You can probably say it'll be 40% in the next 10 years. So I think we're in a great place. I think players are our partners, and the league is growing, and it's just really an exciting time.
Shams, I like that you just mentioned how much money A-Rod made when he was playing, because there's an article on .com right now that speculates that the first NBA player to make $1 million a game could be Anthony Edwards. When you think about that, what comes to mind? What do you think about?
Well, I think that's a sign that the game is very healthy. The revenues are growing. Obviously, we signed a new 11-year deal, media deal, which is very healthy. And look, without the players and without the fans, you have no league. So that's what's really exciting. I'm a player. I think player first all the time, most of the time, all the time. And to see a guy like Anthony Edwards and his development over the last 4 or 5 years, you got to give him a lot of credit.
I think there's a lot of speculation whether or not Anthony Edwards will be the face of the league, the face of the franchise. I know that you've been there before. What do you wish the public knew about how much it takes to be the face of a franchise and of a league? You know,
I'll go first, and Mark, I'd love to hear from you as well. I mean, probably different aspects of it. I remember sitting at a Miami Heat game a couple of years ago for the playoffs, and all Anthony Edwards talked about, and he sat right next to me for 2 games, how much he wanted to be in the Western Conference Finals, go to the finals, and win a title. And when I talked to him today, I mean, he's going to the gym 2 or 3 times a day, running stairs the other day at Twins Field, and he is 100% committed to being a great basketball player, not a social media star, but one of the great basketball players of all time.
Yeah, I mean, as a startup founder, I've never been a professional athlete before, but I definitely respect his work ethic. I mean, he's dialed in, and he really appreciates the game, and I think that's important.
So you guys, when you guys started purchasing the team, there's multiple layers, right? Investing in the community, the players, building those dynamics back again with your fan base. Another thing also that I know has been in the works is a new arena plan at some point, you know, whether it's in the 2030s, whatever. I know, Mark, you have a lot of great, bright ideas as a creative type. How do you guys envision that whole process, and you personally, Mark, with your mind?
Yeah, no, I think we treat it with a clean slate. Look at the best of what's been done everywhere else and see where there's room for improvement, to introduce technology to increase the fan experience, whether it be augmented reality or what have you. You know, when we do it, we're going to do it right, and we're going to, you know, push to create the best arena and the best fan experience in all sports. If you're going to do it, you got to do it right.
Is there anything innovative that you guys are planning to do when it comes to the fan experience specifically?
Yeah, I mean, we just announced today that we signed a deal with Jump. So Alex and I helped co-found Next Gen Ticketing Exchange. That's very cool. That's fully integrated fan experience that I think is going to take it to another level. You're able to, just we'll give you one little teaser, you're able to move from any seat to any other seat in the arena in real time during the game. So if somebody leaves fourth quarter, that seat frees up. Anybody in the arena could, in a reverse auction, move down to that seat. It could be $10, $5, whatever. So it's fully dynamic ticketing exchange, which should always keep seats full close to any sporting event. So that's just one piece of it. There's a lot of tentacles to it.
So they would have to auction. They would have to auction to get that seat.
It just automatically happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Uber.
Okay.
And Christine, this actually started a conversation Mark and I had probably 4 years ago. Well, we were always the kids that snuck into Yankee Stadium or Shea Stadium. It would be in the upper deck. We paid $2, and then the goal is by the 7th or 8th inning, you're all the way down behind home plate.
Way down.
Because you got to move. You got to be quicker than the ushers. And Mark, all of a sudden, like a week later, he's like, "I got an idea," and boom, we started Jump.
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
I love that. You could be sitting courtside by the end of the game. That's amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on all that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Can't wait to
Thanks,
see
guys.
it.
Thanks so much.
All right, let's get back to the action on the court last night. Time for our big three plays of the night. Number 3, Carter Bryant, the number 14 pick in the draft out of Arizona. What did he do? There he is with a block off the backboard for the Spurs. He had 5 points and 3 blocks. At number 2,
He was a monster defensively.
he was.
Come on, show Johan.
All right, number 2, Labissiere. He was also a monster. Put back.
Ooh,
That was crazy. Put him out on poster.
former Kentucky legend.
He had 14 points off the bench. All right, and number 1 play. Jamari, you know people say booyah.
He was.
Yay. Buzzer beater. Wait for it. There it is. 4-3. Should you storm the court during Summer League?
When you hit game winners and
Know what happened to end. Here's Cooper Flagg after the game.
You know, the coaches, they had a lot of confidence in me. They've been telling me they want me to, experiment, try some new things. I was trying to be aggressive. That's new for me too. I would say that might be one of the worst games of my life.
Making sure I'm holding my ground. I got like half a foot on me, so it's kind of nothing. He's great. I mean, I watched him all in college. Amazing player. So I love his respect for him.
You want the ball in his hands, and so he's a great decision maker. He did that at Duke and also in high school, so you get to see it tonight. He's going to have some mistakes. We all did. We all threw it in the stands once in a while. But I think just his poise as an 18-year-old is incredible.
All right, so Flagg shot just 5 for 21 from the floor, but tough shooting nights from a Summer League opener are pretty common for top draft picks. Victor Wembanyama went 2 for 13 in his debut before starring in his second game, while Cade Cunningham made only 5 of 17 shots in his opener. I didn't give us a proper introduction. Christine Williamson, Bobby Marks, Shams Charania, and Udonis Haslem here. Start with the good, UD. What did you see from Cooper that you liked last night?
Well, the defense, his activity defensively. Oftentimes, and everybody on this panel could tell you, it's hard to get young guys to play weak side defense, to take your 2-9, which is people at home, be in the paint when the ball's on the other side. You see his first steal was him from being on the help side, getting out on the break. You see the block. That's once again him being on the help side, being the low man, getting that block, and then getting out in transition and not just going downhill, being overly aggressive, making the right play at the right time. I know he felt like that was the worst game of his career. Cooper, you probably going to have worse games in the NBA, but that is not a bad game to start with. That is something that we see, and guys that know basketball say, okay, that's something to work with. You got something there, Dallas.
I thought him being uncomfortable was probably the most important thing I saw. And before the game, I walked out with Jason Kidd, and I said, are we going to see him at point guard? And he goes, first possession. And you saw that with Cooper. And basically what the Lakers did, they threw a double at him. I've never seen that before in a Summer League game. They threw a double at him, and we saw him primarily at point guard. And you know that this is about experimenting. Summer League is all about experiment. We can throw 5 for 21 out the window. It's about putting a player in an uncomfortable position, kind of getting him out of his comfort level. And we saw